everyone, my name is Sean and I am an instructor at Exam Madrid Academy. Today I want to be talking to you about the TOEIC Test. Now, the TOEIC Test that I'm speaking about is the TOEIC Test that just includes the listening and the reading section. There is a separate TOEIC Test that includes a speaking and writing section, but the listening and reading section is the most popular form of this test. Now, for this TOEIC Test, it's going to take you about 2.5 hours to complete. 45 minutes for the listening section and 75 minutes for the reading section. The TOEIC test consists of 200 questions. 100 questions for the listening section and 100 questions for the reading section. Now each section is also weighed the same, or they are worth the same amount of points. So to achieve a C1 level on this test, you need at least a 945. Now the max score is a 990. Now the TOEIC test is also a pencil and paper based test, so it's not on the computer, so everything is going to be done with pieces of paper. So the listening section consists of 4 different parts. The first part is a photograph section where you're going to be given 10 different photographs and then you're going to listen to a couple of different possibilities as to what is going on in that photograph. Now, you're just going to have to listen to the options. They're not going to have them written out for you. So it's very important to be paying attention for all of the answers. Now, the second part of the listening section is a question-response question. Now, the second part of the listening section is a question-response section. So what this means is that they're going to have a question for you, and then they're going to have a couple of choices as to what is the appropriate or what is the right response to this question. Now, here again, they are not going to have the answers or the options written out for you. They're just going to play them for you. So it's very, very, very important to be listening, again, to the entirety of the listening. Now, the third part of the listening section is a conversation. And in this conversation, you're going to be listening to 2 people talking to each other. Now, once you get done with the conversation, you're going to have 3 questions per conversation to answer. Now, there are 10 different conversations that you're going to be expected to complete. But for here, the answers and all the possible options for the questions are going to be written out for you. The fourth part of the listening section is a short talk section or an announcement section where you'll be listening to one speaker talking to you. Now, there again will be 10 different listenings that you're going to have to listen to, and you're going to have to answer 3 questions per listening. The next section of the TOEIC exam is a reading section. Now, the reading section only consists of 3 different parts. The first part of the writing section is incomplete sentences, where they're going to give you a series of incomplete sentences and they're going to give you some options as to what to fill in the blank. Now, the second section of the TOEIC exam is the reading section. Now, there are 3 different parts to the reading section, and the first is an incomplete sentence section. Now, what this means is they're going to give you a series of different sentences missing a word, or they're going to have a blank. So pretty much all you have to do is choose between 4 different options to fill in that blank. The second part of the reading section is an error recognition section. So what's going to happen in this one is they're going to give you 4 different texts, and you're going to have to identify the mistakes that they made. Now, the second part of the reading section is a error recognition section. So what happens with this one is they're going to give you 4 different passages or 4 different texts with blanks in them again. And here again, you're just going to need to complete the sentence by choosing between 4 different options. The last part of the reading section is a reading comprehension section. So here they're going to give you 1 or 2 passages, and you have to read the passage, and then you're going to have to answer some questions about that passage. All right, everyone, thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you soon.